टाइम पास, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When the disease is over, how do we know? First, the symptoms start disappearing. Because the cause is established by studying the effects. Symptoms are the effects. Disease is the cause. So if we want to know how the disease has gone, how do we know? We come to know the disease has gone because the symptoms are disappearing. Now this is the foundation. Karyanumeya sudhiyaiva gamya. Bhagavan Shankaracharya defines the cause by establishing the effect. See? There is a friend of mine, I don't know where is he now. Once he took his wife for a medical checkup, and he was sitting outside praying to the Lord. I don't know what for. I can only say praying to the Lord Narayana. So there was a sticker board there. If you are plus 55, maybe it is a time for you to get a medical checkup done. So he thought, okay, let me try till she is being taken care of. Let me see. So he was examined and the doctor told him, your heart blockage is more than 80%. If you don't get operation done immediately, before your wife you will die. So she came out and medication to be done, but immediate urgency was he has to be operated. So when this happened, I told you spiritual practice, learn. See, because he did not have the symptoms, cause cannot be established. What are the symptoms of ignorance? See, the symptoms of ignorance are Jagrat, Sapna, Sushupti and meditation. 4. So, if we are out of the clutches of this ignorance, avidya, what should happen? This is the theme we are studying. Deha save hatapaye, jati mana save indriye, ka surya save jaye kirana jada. When we lift the body, living or dead, Along with that, the limbs also go. Then jati manasave indriya. When the mind is withdrawn, as in dream or deep sleep, that time all our faculties become non-functional. So you must have seen there are some realized people, when they sleep, everything is open. Your eyes are open, nose is open, mouth is open. You have to find out, जिंदा है कि मरा है? So when their eyes are open, in front of their eyes, you show 4 plus 4, how much? No reply. Because the mind is withdrawn. See how simple it is. Therefore, what should be our understanding? Understanding is mind alone is called as vision when expressing through the structural eye. We have got two aspects. One is the structural eye, second is the functional eye. See? In Durban, South Africa, when my talk was going on, and after that there used to be one lady sitting in the corner, front row. Must be around late 40s or 50 like that. Very big, beautiful eyes. So after satsang was over, I said, you all keep sitting. I'll come and give you prasad. Otherwise there is too much of chaos. So first of all, I went to her. I said, Amma, take prasad. So she did her hand. I am standing here, she did her hand there. So I gave. After everything was over, her mother came and told, Swamiji, no, I feel so bad. I said, what happened? Because I have come? No. My daughter, to whom you gave first the prasad of all the people. I said, yes, I like her eyes very much. They are so beautiful, big eyes. Swamiji, she is blind. So, structural eye and functional eye. So, the mind expressing through the structural eye is called vision, but essentially it is mind only. Man expressing through the structural lady is called as husband. See? If the eyes are closed, if the wife goes away, he is a man, again happy. See, friends. Therefore, jati manasave indriye. When we are able to live as body, for the body, on the body, we are under ignorance or avidya. Then we are living as enjoyer or sufferer at the level of the mind. We are under the influence of avidya. Examples are given. Ka surya save jaye kiran jada. When the sun sets, all the things go away with him on the rays. In the same manner, when ignorance disappears, Vaikhari, Madhyama, Pashyanti and Para, all four of them disappear. How beautiful it is. So, Ka Surya Save Jaye Kiran Jada. Now here we have to distinctly understand that if we are not able to understand this, then what will be the problem? Natari nidriyeche avadhi swapne marati adhi tevi avidyeche sambandhi atati iya. See, before the termination of sleep, all the dreams disappear. It is not that the sleep is over, but still I am seeing the dream. I am in Switzerland, bada thanda hai. No. So before the departure of the sleep, the dreams disappear. So disappearance of the dreams is the sign that now you are awakened. See, friends, in the same manner, when the ignorance, the avidya disappears, the effects of the avidya, like the limbs and the hand, sense organs and the mind, in the same manner. What are the limbs of the avidya? These four vanis. Vaikhari, Madhyama, Pashyanti and Para. They also disappear. See, if we imagine I am realized, this is another bondage. Therefore, नातरी अविद्येचे अवधि स्वप्ने मरति आदि ते अविद्येचे संबंधी आटति या. If this is clearly understood, then only we are on the right track. So first, when we go beyond the deep sleep, Pashyanti, then the dreams have disappeared and waking has come. If the deep sleep comes, the dreams begin. So before the departure of the sleep, the dreams have to depart. Then second thing, so dreams have gone, now next stage has come, now I am awake. So I am awakened from the sleep which was dream predominant, that has disappeared. I am out of the deep sleep, now I am awake, another dream has started. And then be attentive. Then when we awake from this waking dream, then we are awakened. So the first awakening, that the sleep, we are in the sleep, first step. Then in that sleep, what is happening? Avidya, dreams. Then the dreams disappear, then sleep is over, then the waking begins. And when this waking begins, it is 100% the same as the dream. The day, my friends, we will be able to digest this. Waking and dream are 100% the same. स्वकाले सत्यवद भाति प्रबोधे सति असत भवेत. Bhagwan Shankaracharya says in Atmabodha. Nobody dreams the dream as a dream during the dream. See? Many times we have some funny dreams. Why some? Always. See? I was going somewhere and one tiger was running after me and I was running, palpitation, and then I stumbled somewhere and fell down, and before the tiger could jump on me, the dream was over. See, my friends, nobody dreams the dream as a dream. Just imagine, in your dream, some Mahatma comes and tells you, Tattvamasi Mahavakya. I am divine. You don't know me. See, in the same manner, in this waking dream, all the Mandukya Upanishad and Mundaka Upanishad, Tattvamasi, see? प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म, अयम आत्मा ब्रह्म. ठीक है, ब्रेकफास्ट के लिए क्या है? ब्रह्म का हलवा बनाओ. This is so simple, my friends. Therefore, first we have to transcend the deep sleep. Meaning what? The dream world has no meaning for us. Is it not our experience? See? The dreamer is a pratibhasik jiva. It appears but doesn't exist. Then the waker is the vyavaharik jiva. Now what is the understanding of the vyavaharik jiva, the waker, about the dreamer, the pratibhasik jiva? come on, yeah, it was just a dream. And the dreams depends on who is dreaming. If a person who doesn't have a job, what will be his dream? He is invited for some interview, and there also he failed. See, friends. Therefore, this pratibhasik jeev, whether he failed or successful, what is the understanding and how the vyavaharik, the waker, takes up? Come on, it was just a dream. But there are some mahabhag. They take the dreams also as real. Maharaj, I had a very bad dream. Anyway, it was just a dream, forget about it. No, it was very terrible. So what can you talk? There was a big, thick anaconda cobra. He climbed on me and straight away came. Dream, huh? And then straight away went to the jugular vein. Took it out. Like a straw and Coca-Cola. He started taking my blood out of the bottle called the heart. Now, Swamiji, what will happen? Yes, this is my question. What happened to that snake? Is still alive? After drinking your blood, nobody can survive. You only have got fun, but you don't know how much I have. So when I come to know, Bakra mil gaya. Do you think I will leave him? This is most inauspicious. Then puja karo. Go to Shiva temple, 16 Mondays, observe fast. 17 Monday do Mrutyunjaya Mahamantra Japa and Abhishek on Lord Shiva. And also Naga is there already. But there, remove that Naga. Make a cobra out of gold. Maybe 1 kilo is enough. And after the puja is done, don't give that cobra to Panditji. Give it to me. See, friends. ये सुन नहीं रहे लोग वैसे भी कहाँ सुनते हैं अच्छा लाफ ब्रिंग इट लगाओ सबको सुन रहे हैं ना ये नहीं सुन रहे थे ये बाहर के लोगों के लिए है क्या अच्छा कुछ नहीं दिखता देखो ऐसा होता है कि जिनको नहीं on a church there was a board written outside, please come 5 minutes before the service begins if you want to occupy the last bench. How simple it is. So all our people are the same type. So when the dream is never dreamt as a dream, but during the dream it is solid reality, exactly during the waking dream we take it as a solid reality. Like in the dream we have got kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. Same thing happens during the waking. Both the places, avidya, ignorance is the same. There also we take ourselves to be somebody. Here also we take ourselves to be somebody. And then gain, loss, friend, enemy, honor, dishonor, samsara begins. See? As much we are under the influence of ignorance during dream, now it is humming. ये humming को कम करो. So, when waking is taken as real during the waking, the dream is also taken as real during the dreaming, and we are thus living only in dreams. मैं इसको बंद कर दूं क्या? हाँ. इसको बोलो मत. चुप रहे, फिर आएगा. Forget, sit down. So, those who cannot hear, sleep. Because of your laughter, somebody's sleep is disturbed. Maharaj, laugho mat. Like when we see the drama, in that drama somebody is tortured, somebody is frustrated. Do you think the actors are really suffering or enjoying? See? What they are? Karnataka. See? But ignorant audience, suppose I am on the stage and doing drama, in that the story is developed in such a manner that I am being tortured for none of my fault, and then I was being punished and whipped with some sticks left and right, and I am crying pathetically. The whole audience will take out their tissue papers and start wiping out their tears through the nose. Observe this, learn. And on this also I get questions. Swamiji, these days you must have seen why the girls, they wipe their tears through the nose. Why not from the eyes? I said, because eyelashes will be taken away. It costs. It is not free. If they have got an artificial nose, they will not do that also. Hey, friends. So that time what goes on in the mind of that pathetic actor on the stage? He tells to himself, Are Dumbo, you are paying and crying really. I am paid and I am crying fake. Because he knows it is just a drama. Nothing is happening. When it happens, when he has known that he is only acting, not reacting. In the same manner, when we are living in the waking world as if it is a dream, what will happen? We will stop reacting. The day you stop reacting, you start acting. So what is the stage on which we have to act? Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. How? Karnataka. Like what? Like now. When I give the example of husband and wife, and fortunately, unfortunately, if they are together, suppose I glorify the wife, immediately the wife looks at the husband, Dekho, dekho, dekho. Are Dumbo, I am not talking about you. That wife, husband is a common noun. Oh, common noun. So if you are listening as a satsangi, your approach will be different. But if you are listening as husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister, your approach will be different. See, friends? So here you are sitting in satsanga. Where you are in satsanga. When during the satsanga, what you should be or we should be satsangi. See? You will have no difficulty. Then the problem, Swamiji, my mind is disturbed. All the rubbish will go away. Therefore, when we are waking up from this waking dream, that is called as awakening. See, first from the deep sleep we wake up, it is dream. From the dream we wake up, it is waking up. And from the waking up, when we wake up, it is awakening. See, my friends. But we take these things so seriously as if it is really happening. So, waking world is transcended by going beyond the Triputi. Experiencer, experiencer, and experienced. As much we are proud of our gains and losses during the waking, that much we are not proud in the dream. And what we imagine, waking is long and dream is short. No. The time scales are different. Once a devotee went to Bhagwan Narayana. Bhagwan Narayana said, "Where are you from?" He said, "You don't know, I am from Surat." Very good. Then, Bhagwan, what is the value of $100 million for you? One naya paisa. No? What is the value of millions of years for you? 1 second. Bhagwan, my prayer. Yes. Please give me 1 naya paisa. Bhagwan say, wait for a second. Wait karte raho. The time scales are different. What we think that we are 100 years. For the dog, those 20 years are also 100 years. For the mosquito, those few moments are also 100 years. But we are unable to understand the differences in the time scale. In the dream, within 2-3 minutes, we go the world around and come back. How it is possible? Therefore, in the waking world, these 3 factors, desha, kala, vastu, should not be an obsession. Then, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, wherever you are desha, wherever you are kala, wherever you are vastu or paristhiti. We have to learn to be at peace wherever we are. We are slowly rising above the impact of this waking dream. First step. Then we come to the Sapna Srishti, or at the Madhyama level. Now at the Madhyama level, the most important thing is this, jo thari rahe so mari rahe. When we give ourselves zero choice, we are happiest. What is prosperous life? Prosperous life is more the choices are entertained, more prosperous we are. Lesser the choices, lesser the prosperity. Whatever is given, eat that. But I don't like that, then I'll give one. Okay, why poor? See, friends. Therefore, if we have to transcend the Madhyama Vani, or if we have to transcend this Sapna Srishti, then this is the thing. Give yourself zero choice. And for that, we have to erase our personal likes and dislikes. And for that, only medication is Bhagavan Nam. On the cloth, if there is a spot, some stain, I cannot remove that stain by chanting Lord's name. I had to go to the washing machine and wash it. See? If there is some problem on the skin, some wound is there I cannot do Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Go to the doctor, get it treated. Exactly the same way. See? If the wound is on the mind, frustration, anger, depression, confusion, uncontrolled mind, what is the medication? Medication is also thought way. If thoughts are the problem, they can be countered, acted by the thoughts. See? This is another important point, my friends. We have seen Ganges, oh beautiful. Sometime we have come here when it was terrible flow, huge floods. So we take bath in Ganges, no problem. But when the Ganges are in floods and you go, you are carried away. Be attentive. We are not carried away by the waters. We are carried away by the flow of water. Exactly the same way. Thoughts are no problem. Then we are carried away by the flow of thoughts. Those flow of thoughts have to be arrested. Now again go on contemplation, think about how the flow of thought happens. Then we come to know if the theme of the thought is finite, then one thought will breed the next thought. I have to construct a house. Where will I get good land? But who will give me the correct land? I should get somewhere on the Ganges bank. One after another thought. Because what is the theme? I want to construct a house. Now, if the theme is the infinite, what is infinite? Bhagavan. And the Lord's name. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Complete. This thought will not breed the next thought. But little bit of Vedantavi here and there. And then when it comes to chanting the Lord's name in public, sharam aati hai. We are not feeling shy if we have to become angry and shout at somebody. But when it comes Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, why? Shy. Learn. When the theme is infinite, like Lord's name, a thought flow will not be formed. And by this, we get freedom from the impact of mind. Then we will not complain. Swamiji, whenever I sit for meditation, too many thoughts come. What should I do? Don't do meditation. But my Guru told me to meditation. Do meditation. But their thoughts come. Don't do meditation. What is this stupid thing? Learn. See. Like when the road is straight, like from Bombay to Nagpur, they have constructed a beautiful road. Recently I traveled on that road. So straight, better than any American road. So beautiful it is. Straight. 6 lanes. And no traffic, no nothing, straight away. So when you go in that speed, after some time you get a meditation jhapki. And accident happens. So what they do, in between there are speed breakers. So when the speed cut, you are away. In the same manner, when we are being carried away by the flow of thoughts, frustrated, anger, or success, and in between a speed breaker comes. Katham Bhishma Maham Sanke Dronam Cha Madhusudana Shibi Padayotsyami. This is how Arjuna said. But these chanting fellows, Katham Bhishma Maham Sanke Dronam Ram. Natak. So the moment the speed breaker comes, we come to awareness. And in our day-to-day life, we get carried away by the thought flow. You must have seen this. You watch next time you go anywhere. Therefore, I like traveling alone. I am with myself. I don't have to carry somebody else's luggage. So you watch. If somebody is sitting alone, what is he doing? He is carried away by the thought. Friends, we have to recognize this. Thoughts are no problem. The flow of thought is a problem. And the thoughts come only about that to which we have given importance. See? As much we think about our children, do we think about the other people's children? No. Because we have given undue importance to our kids. See, friends, Therefore, while living in the waking, we have to recognize this. Then we have to work on the mind at the second stage. So working on the mind is we should have the freedom to arrest the flow of thoughts. And for that purpose, we are told in our scriptures, keep chanting Lord's name. But there also, our Maya is stronger than Bhagwan's Maya. There also, we take out the mala and then start doing the japa. Bhagwan gets confused. Kaun bola raha hai? Is he calling your name? Shivji said, no, it's not my name. Vishnu Bhagwan, is it your name? Lagta to nahi. We do the chanting of the Lord's name as if it is a punishment or what? See? Chant the Lord's name like not the Ayurvedic medicine you take. How we take Ayurvedic medicine? Kutajarishta, put it in the mouth, maja. No. Immediately have some mithai, take a glass of water, over. But when you take chocolate, put it in the mouth, no. Parking lot, and then for 1 hour, ras, Ramanama rasa happens if you chant the Lord's name with that sincerity. When you say Sri Ram, each and every cell of your body gets purified. Purification is discarding the wrong notions. So by this, we help ourselves to go beyond the Madhyama Vani. So first, Vaikhari Vani, chant the Lord's name. Then when this Vaikhari Vani is purified and mature, the japa migrates to the Madhyama Vani. And when the Madhyama Vani is mature and fructifying, then the japa goes to the Pashyanti Vani, Kumbhalikas. Up to here is our sadhana. When this is done according to path of devotion, then slowly, slowly, the impact of the waking world and the mind, the dream world, will be waning away. Then we are coming out of the avidya. Like what was told, that before the waking, before the dream and waking comes, first the ignorance, the deep sleep has to go. See, friends. So, if the ignorance or avidya has gone, how do we know? No more dreaming, no more taking this waking world as real. Then let the life be lived through us. In this, there is neither realization nor non-realization. There is neither bondage nor freedom. This is the unique part of this particular text. So, now we come to the third, the causal body or the Pashyanti Vani. Now here, how do we achieve going beyond the causal body or the avidya? Only by one simple technique. Be positive in life. Don't be negative. Nothing happens in our life by mistake. Everything is necessary. Everything is necessary. Go back to Bhagavad Gita, first chapter. Arjun Vishada Yogo Nam. Can a tragedy be the yoga? Then we are all yogis, full of tragedy. How can the tragedy be the yoga? Only because of that tragedy, Arjuna asked question to Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Dharma sammudha cheta. I am confused in my life. Therefore, our approach is very simple. Either convince or confuse. If you are convinced, you will change. If you are confused, you will get vaccination. Chalte raho munna bhai. So if there was no event created purposefully by Bhagwan Krishna, there was no need. But Bhagwan Krishna created a confusion in front of Arjuna. He could have taken the chariot in front of Duryodhana Dushasan. No. He brought it before Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya and told, you don't have to fight with the enemies. You have to fight with your nears and dears. Is it not our story? We don't have to fight with others. Suppose I don't like somebody, I'll go away. But if I am frustrated because of my own mind, जाऊं तो जाऊं कहाँ? Therefore, every event in our life is so scientifically designed. Because of that, we take the right turn towards our spiritual life. See, friends, then you will come to know all of us who are on the spiritual path. Do you think it is our choice? ईश्वरानुग्रहात् एव पुंसाम अद्वैत वासनाम महन भय परित्राणात् विप्राणाम उपजायते. When God's grace showers, we are naturally attracted toward the divine. Hey friend, by our efforts, we can't even control our sneezing, isn't it? Many times it happens and it doesn't come. They are also failure. See, friends. Therefore, what is the sadhana to pursue these Pashyanti Vani? Don't have the negative approach. Bhagavan Krishna clearly said, Ananya Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyam. Don't go to LIC. They have stolen this and claim, you pay us and die, we'll take care. We'll take care of your money, not your family. Hey friends, Yogakshemam Vahamyam. What is due for us, we will get it. See? And what is our welfare, he knows better than us. With this positive approach, when you start living your life, then slowly these symptoms will tell that we are coming out of the kingdom of avidya or the ignorance. How deep it is, see. Therefore, what is important is, we mistake. What is the mistake? No. Earlier, I was becoming very angry. Since I came to Vedanta, now I don't become that angry. Earlier, I was very, very lazy. But after I came to yoga, now I am very busy. Friends, then I remains as it is. And this is what we imagine, that this is spiritual life. No, please. He says, Mrute lohe hoti, te rasarupe jiti, jadoni indhane yeti vanni dashe. If you burn the iron, it is converted into the oxide. It is still there, but in different form. Similarly, if the wood is burnt, it is still there in the form of fire. In the same manner, ignorance gone. Now I am not ignorant, then I am wise. This is also another name for the ignorance. See, friends, it is so subtle. Therefore, Tulsidas Maharaj says, Jnana maan jahu ekahu nahi. Real knowledge is that where there is no man. Man means what? Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha sanyaihi gachanti amudhaha na mudhaha. So unless we are clear about this, that giving up the ignorance and becoming wise is equally ignorance. Papi sarvatra papam ashankate. If I look upon the world. How do I look upon the world? First of all, what I have taken myself to be. If I am a sannyasi, the world is sannyasi, non-sannyasi. If I am a man, the world is man and woman. If I am Indian, the world is Indian, non-Indian. If I am spiritual, people are not spiritual these days. Many people ask this funny question. Swamiji, do you think spirituality is increasing in India? GDP? Oh, no, you can imagine how can you become miserable in life? Such cartoons all around. Eh, when you see the cartoon, do you become miserable? Arey, cartoon. No, you enjoy. Eh, yes, you become miserable. When somebody asks a question after the thing, फिर क्या हुआ? Therefore, mrute lohe hoti rasarupe jiti. Even the iron, when it is burnt, it is reduced to the ashes or the oxide. Similarly, the wood which looks with name and the form, when burnt, it is still there in the form of the fire. In the same manner, second example, lavana ange vire, pari swade jari ure, need maroni zagre zaije need. If you take a little salt and put it in the water, it disappears, but it remains in the form of the taste. Similarly, Need Maroni Jagare, the sleep is over and awakening has happened, but that is also another sleep. How? Earlier I was ignorant, now I am wise. This is another form. We are only changing the names. See, friends, therefore, there is no wise man in this world. There are only Mahatmas. And who is a Mahatma? The one through whom Paramatma expresses is a Mahatma. Hey, friend. Wise man is the one who labels others as. These days people are very ignorant, you know. They have not studied Vedanta. There was one boy running after another boy. People asked, this happened in Mulund. So, hey, what happened? अरे पकड़ो पहले उसको. So they told him, what happened? He said, this fellow used to come to my house, sit, and tell me Vedanta. No, I cannot run away from my house. Now I am telling him the same thing. The when I started telling, he is running. I want to take revenge. Listen Vedanta, listen Vedanta. Lipstick Vedanta. Friends, if the knowledge really matures, it disappears. See? Because knowledge is equally ignorance. We are neither wise nor otherwise. Dvandvaihi vimukta sukha dukkha sanyaihi. Joy we know, miseries we know. So who are we? We are supporting both. Therefore, beyond both. Sound we know, silence we know. Therefore, who are we? We are beyond presence and absence. Do we have the experience of our absence? No. Therefore, is it necessary to tell that I am present? I am that. You may be that. I am not that. Array. See, friends, yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. See? Yan manasa na manute, yena ahur manomatam, tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadit upasate. How deep is this? But we only are the surface swimmers. If you want to go to get the real pearls, you have to dive deep. And what is the deep is supporting all the relative experiences but not getting drowned in any relative experience. And my friends, this is not to be done. It is like that. What the husband has to do to know that he is a man? Has he to take divorce? No. Kill wife? No. Then don't take wife seriously. That's it. But if he's heavy, never mind. See, friends, slowly you will start remaining very light-hearted. See, friends, this is what is meant here. That lavana angi vere pariswade jayure. My ignorance is gone, but now I am wise. The ignorance itself is expressing as I am wise. See, my friends, it is such a subtle understanding. Therefore, everywhere you can discover this truth. You don't have to sit in a meditation and suffer silently. See, suppose I am showing you how many fingers are there. You will say 4. Now, when you say 4 fingers, are you not observing the space between the 4 fingers? Without observing the space between the 4 fingers, can they be 4? What you are observing? Form and formless. Again form and formless. See? So asti nasti. The truth is beyond asti nasti pratyay. Therefore, avidnyatam vijanatam vidnyatam avijanatam. That is why the sleep is over, but now I am awake. It is equal to another sleep. Therefore, one has to go beyond these relative expressions. Devi avidye save chaughi vechati jive tattvajnana cheni nave utati saya. Aha, how beautiful it is. In the same manner, avidye save, along with the avidya ignorance, these 4 limbs, the Vaikhari, Madhyama, Pashyanti and Para, all of them have gone, but Tattvajnana Cheni Nave. But now the same thing is appearing as wisdom. So earlier I was a fool, now I am wise. Earlier I was poor, now I am rich. Earlier I was unhealthy, now I am healthy. Be attentive. Rich or poor, supported by the same conditioning wealth. See, Indian or non-Indian, supported by the same conditioning, the citizenship. Young or old, supported by the same conditioning, the age factor. In the same manner, wise or otherwise, supported by the same ignorance. Therefore, tattva jnana cheni nave utati saya. Then the 4 vanis, the Vaikhari, Madhyama, Pashyanti, and they again come up in the form of wisdom. See? Therefore, by the Vaikhari Vani, I don't talk rubbish. I don't do things. I keep on chanting Lord's name. When somebody comes, I chant loudly, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. To whom are we cheating, my friends? Tattva jnana cheni nave. And then, I don't take this, I don't take that. In some house, I was called for food. As I told you, that is one of my professional hazard. And all these people who are around, they tell so many stories which have no value. You know, Swamiji doesn't like that, Swamiji doesn't like that. I say, Swamiji is a ghost coming in the house. So, one lady, in Delhi it happened, one old lady, very cute, came slowly and gave food, one pakoda made out of onion pakoda. And the house where I was staying, my host and hostile together. So when that old lady kept it, she became angry. How do you bring onion for Swamiji? Do you know Mahatmas don't eat onion? That poor lady became so frustrated. So I winked at her, she kept quiet. Mauna Vyakya. Then to this hostile, I have to get rid of her. So I said, Mama, you are not getting achar for me? So this is the achar. What is this achar? Mango. I said, I want nimbu ka achar. I want to get rid of her. So she went. Then I took that onion ka pakoda, garam garam, and I enjoyed. Swamiji, how come you are eating? I said, like this. But Mahatmas don't eat onions. I said, you are right. Mahatmas don't eat. You label me as a Mahatma and want me to behave as you. I am a CH Atma, not a Mahatma. What do we want to prove, my friends? Remember this. We don't want to prove anything to anybody in this world. We are answerable to our own conscience. Do we fall short of self-respect? Or we depend on somebody else? See, everybody tells I am wise, therefore I also started suspecting. See, friends, the two things we have to protect ourselves. One thing is we should never develop an element of guilt in our mind. Guilt is worse than cancer. What is the guilt? When we have disrespected our knowledge in our life. That guilt keeps on. It is worse than cancer, killing us. See? And similarly, the arrogance of whatever we have. If these two things are removed, we are trying to go beyond avidya. So, avidya save, chogi vechati jive, although the four things have gone, tattvajnana cheni nave. Now, earlier, Vaikari Vani, I was condemning everybody, but now I don't condemn anybody. Then Madhyama Vani, I used to imagine all things, but now I dream only Bhagavan Krishna coming and talking to me. What do you want? I don't know, no. Madhyama Vani. Then Pashanti Vani, I can sleep even in the meditation. Oh, Pashanti Vani. You are only changing the names. Therefore, Tattva Jnana Chedi Nave. And this we call realization. Friends, in realization, there is nobody left. When the wave dives deep in the ocean, will the wave remain? When the ornaments dive deep in the gold, will they remain? Now, for this, we have to recognize what is an ornament? Three factors. Gold, name and form. What are we? Nama Rupatmak Jagat. Asti Bhati Priya Nama Rupa iti Panchamshakam. Adyatrayam Brahma Rupam, gold. Nama Rupam Tato Dvayam. Jagat Rupam Tato Dvayam. So, Nama Rupa. It is a nose ring and it is round. Nama Rupa. So, when an ornament dissolves, gold remains as it is. In the same manner, be very attentive. When it is said, Nama Rupatmak Jagat, Rupa is outside, Nama is inside. See? This table doesn't know its name is table. I know its name is table. So where is the table? Not only outside, but inside also. Therefore, the world is not outside. The world is equally inside. Outside forms Rupa, inside Nama. And therefore, our Mahamantra, what we see is the Rupa, Dekho. What we hear is the Nama, Suno. Reaction, Bolo Mat. When we keep our mouth shut, no comments, good or bad, mind is not created. Mind is expressed in the form of sounds. Try to think anything you like. with one condition. Do not use any words. Think without words. Right now. You just cannot. Because Paravani is Turiya. Pashanti is deep sleep. Madhyama is the Tejas, dream. Vaikhari is the Vishwa. When the first three disappear, even the Turiya doesn't remain. Paravani disappears. What remains? Turiyatita. Can there be wrinkles without the cloth? These Manabuddhi Chitta Ahankar, these are only functional differences. They are not structural. Thoughts in the state of confusion and chaos is called as mind. Thoughts in a state of decision, right or wrong, is not the criteria. Is that state of the decisive state of the thoughts is the intellect. Then the memory state of the thought is chitta, and ownership aspect of the thought is the ahankar. But it's four states of thoughts. Where are the thoughts? They are on the turiya, therefore antakaran panchakam. Pancha Mahabhuta, Pancha Tanmatras, Pancha Jnanendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas, Pancha Prana, Pancha Upaprana, Panchayati Raj. Therefore, Prapancha, Pachivistare. The whole thing is an expansion of five. And the substratum is the one. Therefore, when we are slowly able to understand this, Tevi Ividya Save, Saughi Vechati Jive, Tattva Jnana Chedi Navi Utati Saya. But the same four have gone, now it has changed their names. See, friends. And they continue to exist. And the name is given. See? Earlier, I used to talk all rubbish. Now I talk only Upanishad. Earlier, I used to think only about the bad things. Now I think only about Bhagavan Krishna. Friends, freedom from I is aimed at, not freedom for I. I cannot be liberated because it doesn't exist. Aupadhik anekata appears but doesn't exist. Useful but not real. See, this example I have given some of my talks, One girl came and asked me in Mumbai this question. Swamiji, my mother asked me to talk to you. So I kept quiet. I am divorced, she said. I said, you tell your mother I am not available to marry you. No, not that way. Then what? Then there is some function in our house, and in that function only married girls can go. And I am divorced, so I am not married. Therefore, she said, you go out. So I argued with my mother. Why not? I don't know. You go out. Ask Swamiji. Freely available. So she came. Now her question was, it has taught me a lot. Question was, Swamiji, after divorce, a girl becomes a widow or not? So I immediately became Gambhira Ananda. Swamiji, what happened? Don't disturb. I am contemplating. Maintain little peace. Then I said, I have studied all the four Vedas. Nowhere this problem is sorted out. After divorce, where the wife goes. After divorce, where the husband goes. After divorce, do we do Shraddha? देखो महाराज, श्राद्ध है आज क्या, डाइवोर्स हो गया, सेलिब्रेट नॉट श्राद्ध. See friends, we don't have to become divine, and therefore the very beautifully brought out वे चौगी वेसती जीवे परी तत्व ज्ञानाचेनी नामी उठती is again now I have become wise. I can give lectures and confuse others. See friends, therefore maunam vyakya prakatita para brahma tattvam yuvanam. In the eloquence of the silence alone, the truth is revealed. And the silence is that silence which is not opposed to sounds. That which is opposed to sound is we. The truth is not opposed to any duality. You know the ultimate of this whole thing? You have invested some money. You got the capital back. In addition, you got the dividends. What is wrong? In the same manner, you are established in the non-dual, but play the game of duality. What is wrong in that? See? The wise men are not losing their capital, but they are getting the dividends of the duality. See, my friend, this is Sant Jnaneshwar Maharaj. So, Tattva Jnana Cheni Nave Utati Saya. Therefore, the wise man will never talk. He will keep quiet. Take it. In Sannyasa there is one mantra. I like that mantra very much. Na prushtaha kasyachit bruyat na cha anyayena cha pruchataha janan apihi medhavi jadaval lokam acharet. Na prushtaha kasyachit bruyat. If somebody has not asked, don't go on telling, sit, Vedanta better. You know, five karmende. Na prushtaha kasyachit bruyat. There is no need. This I learned. Again, I am telling you, this I learned in Badrinath. How we talk unnecessarily. See? After my morning 4 o'clock darshan was over, I came and there used to be an old Amma, Bhagavati Amma, she is no more. So I used to spend some time with her and she used to give me good tea and all that. Therefore, she was good. So I told her that day, Amma, I had decided no more lectures. Enough is lecture. So she started laughing. I said, what is there to laugh? Say, when there is a joke, we have to laugh. What is the joke? The joke is, did Narayana ask you whether you want to give lectures or not? No. Did I ask you whether you want to give lectures or not? No. Whose question you are answering? Think, friends, before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? Na prishtaha kasyachit bruyat. Then, na cha anyayena cha pruchataha. If somebody is not asking in an attitude of jidnasa or inquiry, follow my guru. You know my guru? The children of American NRIs. They are all the devotees of Gayatri Mata. You know Gayatri Mantra? Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimaye Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. No, Swamiji, you don't know. There is something more. What is that? Om Bhur Bhu Swaha. This is not Gayatri Mantra. It is Vyavruti. In the same manner, our American children, you ask them anything. Hey, what do you want to study further? Om Bhur Bhu Swaha. A, O, E. I don't know. It is such a powerful reply. Thereafter, no question comes. That is the Maha Mantra I followed. I don't know. So, na prushtah kasyachit bruyat, na cha anyaya pruchatah. Then, janan api hi medhavi. Although you know, jadaval lokamacharet. Remain dumb. Don't become extra smart on the spiritual path. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Our spiritual life should be such a tremendous secret that our closest person also should not know about it. नजर लग जाती है. See, friends, otherwise you understand. Don't disturb. Meditation in progress. See, regress, not progress. So, हा तत्वज्ञानाचा दिवा मरोनी ही लावावा तरी हा ही शीर्ण ल्यावा बोधर ओपेची. So after you have done this thing, studied everything, you have conquered all the four vanis and now you have become wise. So tattva jnana diva. Now you are becoming a lamp of knowledge for others. Then maroni hi lavava. So ignorance has gone and the knowledge has come. See, friends, it is something like divorcing and getting married again. Maroni hi lavava, tari hahi sina lava. This is another problem. A story comes in Chandogya Upanishad. One day, our Naradji Maharaj was coming in a boring mood. So, these Sanat Kumarji, four of them, they asked, Naradji, what happened? You are looking not yourself, very down. Kya karu yaar, I am feeling very depressed. You and depressed, you make others depressed. How come you are depressed? Have you not studied? Yes, I have studied 64 branches of knowledge. And yet you are depressed and frustrated. That is the problem. What? When I was ignorant, if I remain miserable, people understand. Ignorant, they chodo, never mind. But now, why is studying Gita and still disturbed? So when I am not studying Gita, no problem. But after you study Gita and then you go home and become angry with the children will have dialogue among them. Don't disturb. Mummy is coming from Gita class. They teach in Bhagavad Gita class that become angry on the children. Okay, keep quiet. You become more angry. That was the condition here. Tattva jnana sadiva. People don't understand me. I want to tell them you are divine. But they don't understand. See, friend, wise people suffer more than other wise people. Because wise people want recognition. See? These small little things will tell us spiritual life is not an attainment of being extraordinary. Nirvishesha satta, like the space, whether in the temple or a toilet, makes no difference. Nirvishesha prakash, like the bulb, whether in the temple or in the toilet. But there also questions come. Swamiji, what could be the reason? This bulb is in the temple and that bulb is in the toilet. See, this bulb must have done Mahapunya karma in the last life, therefore he is in the temple. And that he must be a terrorist, I think. By the time this is said, the bulb in the toilet, in the temple fuse. Swamiji, क्या हो गया? अच्छे को भगवान अच्छा लगते ले जाती हूँ. Now, what to do now? Remove the bulb from the toilet and fix in the temple. Hurry. But how come that bulb has come in the temple? कोई पुण्य ऊपर आए होंगे. Can there be more fooling than this? See, friends, this is all we are playing with our life. We don't have to become divine because we are not devil. We don't have to do any sadhana to know that the red color do not make my vision red, blue color doesn't make the vision blue, yellow color doesn't make the vision yellow. It is untouched. The rule is Prakashak, illuminator, is not influenced by Prakashit, illumined, remains untouched. Don't do anything. Only recognize. Pratyabhijnayate. Recognize. Waking comes and goes. What happens to us? No addition because of the waking. Dream comes and goes. No addition because of the dream. Deep sleep, no loss. Where loss and gain are zero. Now what is there to talk? Therefore, ha tattva jnanacha diva maroni ihi lavava. So all these four vanis, they died, and instead of disappearing, they created another baby. Wisdom, knowledge, realization. Tari hahi shirna lava is another problem. This is what Naradji told. Earlier, when I didn't know, I can understand I am depressed. But after knowing also I am depressed, I am becoming more miserable. See, if a child cries, we can understand child, so truth hai. But a grown-up man is crying. Why? You are giving him chocolate, not given to me. You know, in childhood and old, they are same age. No difference. In USA it happened. There used to be one lady, bring food for me. Her father-in-law she used to bring, very old man. So I used to make him sit with me and eat. One day she asked me, Swamiji, please give me some upadesh. You never tell anything. I said, okay. Before you take food, you see that your father-in-law is given food first. Okay, Swamiji, I'll do it. Tell me why so. I said, in the old age, sustaining hunger is the biggest challenge. If the child is hungry, he can cry and ask. But the old man is hungry. He can't cry, he can't ask. If they ask, then the people are, Buddha hoke mangta hai, chup. You become more miserable. See, friends. Therefore, if we think that I have realized, and yet we become miserable. No. So, Narad's issue was that earlier I didn't know it was okay. But after having studied, yet my mind is so disturbed. What is the reason? He was suffering from this Tattva Jnana disease. Then he was told by Sanat Kumar ji, unless you know your essential nature, you will never have freedom from miseries in life. This point is brought out here. See, friends, therefore, as much bondage is because of the ignorance, freedom, liberation is also because of ignorance. Both of them come out from the same source. One way it is said, I am bound, other way, I am not bound. Source is the same. Sound I know, source is the same I. Silence I know, source is the same. So who is this I? This is what Bhagavan says, Dvandvaihi vimukta sukadukka sanjnaihi. Dvandva are in the world. Nothing in this world ever exists singular except Paramatma. Everything is existing in complementary opposites. You have no choice, accept it. Gracefully or cheerfully or miserably. No choice. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियां, ये जीवन है. Once you start this, the habit of reacting to a given situation will come to an end. And to the extent our mind is not a problem for us, to that extent our mind is dissolving in the consciousness like an ice cube dissolves in the water. हा तत्वज्ञानाचा दिवा मरोनी इही लावावा तरी हाही क्षीण व्हावा बोधरूपेची. Therefore, as much ignorance is misery, that much the wisdom is also a misery, because you cannot be miserable if you are wise. येऊनी स्वप्न मेळवी गेलिया आपण पादावी दोन्ही दिथी नांदवी नीद जैसी. When येऊनी स्वप्न मेळ, when the sleep comes, the dreams come. When the sleep goes, waking comes. But both are the expressions of the same deep sleep. Recognize this. This is what Bhagavan says, द्वंद्वैहि विमुक्ताः. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियां. Sometime gain, sometime loss. This is how the world, you cannot change it. The only way is accept gracefully. Once you take this stand in life, you have learned how to live in meditation. Meditation is not a silent suffering in a corner and becoming angry if somebody disturbs. No. So, need the sleep, yevuni sapna melvi. When the sleep comes, dreams start appearing. And when the sleep goes, then the waking comes. Both are the dreams. One is called as a dream, second is called as a waking. But both are dreams. Because both of them come and go. That which comes and goes is not the truth. Meditation begins, meditation ends. It is a silent torture. Take this as a thumb rule. Very simplest. That which has never come and never gone is the truth. See? And then play with this. We have no experience of our birth. We have never come. We have no experience of our growth. It is somebody tells us that, uncle, what is the time? Then you get a kick. Don't call me uncle, call me dada. Then third kick we get, Dadaji, आइए बैठिए. Nobody feels I am old. That is the tragedy. See? Because we don't have the experience of our growth, and ultimately we don't have the experience of death, and final, we cannot experience our absence. This eternal presence is uncreated, unchanging, unending, ever present. In tune with this, play the game of life. This is what, if you see the life of Sant Jnaneshwar, the amount of torture, frustration, insult they have to go through before becoming teenagers. And yet, all his writing, you see, no bitterness, no vengeance, no cursing. On the contrary, he says in the, I think, 12th chapter, very beautiful thoughts. हे विश्वची माझे घर ऐसी मती जयाची स्थिर किंबहुना चराचर जाहला आपण. He says, this whole world is my abode. Vasudhaiva kutumbakam. हे विश्वची माझे घर ऐसी मती जयाची स्थिर. He who is abiding in this firmly. Not only that, he is one with the totality. There is no difference on account of any criteria. Undifferentiated experience is abidance in the truth. After having attained this, you cannot have the impact of duality although we are playing the game of duality. So, स्वप्न येऊनी मिळवी गेलिया आपण्या दावी दोन्ही दिशी नांदवी नीद जैसी. Therefore, like the sleep itself is a dream and waking in the same manner. Both bondage and liberation are the same thing. First I was bound, now I am liberated. Therefore, as the deep sleep is the foundation of both, in the same manner, these four vanis, they are also binding us, and they alone will liberate us. What it is, how it is said in the 10th OV, Chiti avidya aisi anyata bodhate givasi techi yatha bodhesi nimali uthi. In this manner, this ignorance avidya is living in two ways, that I am ignorant and I am wise. Both are expressions of the same ignorance. Therefore, anyatha bodhate givasi, and then tehi yatha bodhesi. But when we really abide in our divine nature, then ignorance disappears. So what are the expressions of ignorance? Four vanis: Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti, Samadhi. Who are supporting them? The one who is support but not getting influenced by the support. Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishta. Matta smriti jnanam apohanancha. Therefore, Vedasya sarvai ahameva vedya. Slowly, steadily, we start remaining in the proximity of our being. If your neighbor is having a film studio, in your house you get everything free. In the same manner, in the complete withdrawal is the abode of the divine. We get the fragrance of the divinity every moment. Where there is neither ignorance nor wisdom, neither bondage nor liberation, neither is nor not is. This asti nasti pratyay disappears. Therefore, it is that which cannot be compared anupameya, like what? It is by itself. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.